Okay, hopefully this works. I haven't done it this way before. Okay, so let's see. Right. There's somebody. I guess it did work. Hi, Marcia. Hello. Well, good. The notifications went out. Hello. Good morning to you. Good morning. It'll be a little quicker stream than normal, not hours. Oh, getting the PS5. I had a couple of readings I wanted to do, but I have an appointment in like an hour and a half. Well, it's 2 hours. Oh, I love the cold. It's not, well, it could be colder. So, I mean, hey, bring it on. I got blankets. So I got about an hour and a half or so. Oh, yes, Santa is. So we'll do some readings till then. I was going to just make videos, but I didn't feel like making 12 videos. So we'll do it all now. See how this goes. It snowed yesterday, like for half a second, and it was very, very, very light, like angel dandruff or something. So it wasn't worth calling snow. There's actually still snow on the ground from the last time. The majority has melted, but you got little patches that just won't go away. Hi, Adrian. But for the most part, it's just cold. It's not snowy. I gotta go take a walk. So I'm kind of glad it's not snowing, because I don't want to walk down the hill in the snow. So let's see. I would love to keep the snow here. I don't know how the other citizens of Pittsburgh will like it, but I would love it. Doesn't bother me now. Okay, Adrian. Thank you very much, by the way, too. Okay. So we'll start with the, we'll have a good shift, Phyllis. We're going to start with the good, and then we'll end with the weird. We'll start with Steve Kornacki, the master of maps, the statistician himself. He got a sort of a new gig. Well, he's still doing, of course, MSNBC and all that, but he's also doing Sunday night, possibly Monday night football stats too. And overwhelmingly, people love his work there too. Because, I mean, it's Steve. I mean, come on. Does he do wrong? So there was one person, and I mean literally one person out of that whole Twitter feed that had a problem with him doing the stats for football. First thing they say is, oh, when I seen a political person, I turned the channel. I watch football to escape from politics. He's not talking politics. He's literally talking football on the football program. And so everybody corrected young man on that one, but let's see if this will be a steady thing for him, and maybe he'll move to, because I know he loves baseball. So will he keep moving to sport to do this little map thing, or what? Because he's good with stats. He's good with numbers. That's his thing. That's what he does. So let's see. We'll start with the good. We'll start with the good stuff. Good morning, Connie. 6 of Wands, promotion, elevation. Starts off good. The Emperor. There's the authority. There's your boss. So elevation and boss. So I think so far right now what we have is his power, his status, his everything is becoming elevated. There's the Devil. So we'll see what that's about. The Hangman. The Devil is accompanied with the 9 of Pentacles. So I think what needs to happen is maybe some better negotiations. Because I don't think he's being paid $1. I don't think he's, because this all might be trial, like, or we'll see how this goes. We'll see how people respond, but they're not paying him top dollar. And this is not to say that he's in the soup kitchen line or nothing, but here with personal wealth, there could be a bit of a hiccup with that. That's where he might want to see if somebody might be taking advantage. Because he is the world of politics, not necessarily entertainment. Entertainment is a little different. But the Hangman and the Page of Cups, there will be some different positions he will take going forward. And the 4 of Cups, the Sun, Queen of Swords, King of Wands. So yes, he will continue to move up. These will be little short spurts of things. So this is not to say that throughout the entire football season you will see Steve Kornacki, but at least for right now, yes. There are some other offers coming in for some things. He might even be in a commercial or two. So we'll see. I think you will see him in a commercial. Like out of place commercial, like a Cheeto Pepsi commercial or something. All right. What happened to Hope Hicks? Where she is. Hope Hicks just got sick and disappeared. We don't know if she's alive, dead, well, not well. She's just kind of there. We'll do some Herb Crafter's Tarot for her. Hope Hicks. Where are you? Yes. And that's with Steve Kornacki and his khakis. Yeah. Pay the man. I'm sure he'll be all right. Probably just needs a new agent or entertainment lawyer now. Hope Hicks, where are you? 8 of Wands. There's some talking. Ten of Cups. There's family. 9 of Swords. There's worry. Nothing happened to Steve Kornacki. He got a not new job, but he got an additional job doing stats for the football people, what you call it, NFL. So I just wanted to see if he was going to do better in the future, do more, or do whatever. So nothing bad. We started with the good. Joanne, you're the second person that said that this morning. Well, you're not late. I've only done one reading, and it wasn't bad. It was just to, get us in the swing of things. Didn't miss anything, though. All right. But we're going to go to Hope Hicks right now. How are you? Where are you? General read for Hope Hicks. I think a switchback image. So we have 4 of Wands and 4 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. There's a battle. Politics, arguing. This is back and forth, so this is not politics. This is back and forth with someone who is not changing their stance on something. The 4 of Cups is you being disappointed or you being un- and dissatisfied. So completely unfulfilled and not happy with your results and your overall everything right now. Your life, thank you, Cecil, your life, your connections, your everything is just in a state of, your 2020 is bad, but it's in a state of, you can't iron this out. You can't make this go your way. You can't find the right people to talk to. You can't find the right everything. Like everything keeps going wrong. So you're very unsatisfied and dissatisfied. 3 of Wands. The Hermit. With the 3 of Wands is the 9 of Swords comes back out again. So your future is going to be filled with anxiety, possibly depression. And you're going to have a very awakening is the word that keeps popping into my mind. Doesn't fit the sentence, but I'll say it anyway. You're going to have a very awakening 2021. It's kind of like your eggshell is going to be broken and all of the crap is going to have to ooze out, but this is not going to be painless. This is going to be very painful. But you're going to have to commit to it too. Like your life is about to go down a very crappy road. The Four of Cups and the Three of Wands. The Four of Cups is you not being happy with what you're given because it's the same crap, different day. You're not being very happy with the way your life is right now because you can't change it. You can't change it easily. You can always change things, but you can't change it easily. And then you have the Five of Wands crossing all of that, which means you're going to have a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing, a lot of, this is going to be your year. Next year is going to be your year of personal growth. You got to listen. Life is hard for everybody at times, but you in particularly are going to have a growing up moment, and this is okay because everybody will, everybody does. I don't care if you're 90, you still have some things to learn. And so your in particular life is about to go through a stage of maturity. It's going to be, if you learn from this will teach you how to make better decisions. The Hermit and the Seven of Wands, you're going to feel alone, isolated. You're going to feel like you have to defend yourself. This is personal. And yes, it may have something to do with your in particular relationships because you feel as though you've made the wrong decisions for the past 4 years or however long. Two of Wands, trying to move forward, not quite sure how to start. That's what your main problem is going to be, is you never have to, nobody in this world has to make a decision at all, ever. But life still moves on and it will make the decision for you. And so then you'll have to play the script of fate and destiny instead of taking control of your own life. Your hopes is for the Eight of Swords. You want to unbind yourself. And then there's the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is retreat. You have the Hermit and retreat with the Seven of Wands in the middle, which means you're going to be isolated, which means you're going to have, again, like I said, here with this Nine of Swords, you're going to have a period of depression. You're going to have a period of introspection that you need to pay attention to because it's going to be teaching you the things you need to know for the rest of your life. And then you're going to have a period of growth if you listen. But try what you do, try what you can, try what you must, try what you might to survive your depression because it is coming. Your word of warning is the Four of Pentacles. Don't hold it on to yourself. Get you some therapy. Four of Swords is here in your environment. Four of Swords is my therapy card. So make sure you get yourself some therapy. Make sure you get yourself some sort of analyst to sit down with you and go over the garbage in life that you have been through for the past 4 years. Now, mind you, I ain't picked up nothing about your health yet. So I think that's not the, the Ace of Cups is your ending card. That's emotions. You don't have to worry about your health, I don't think, going forward. What you need to worry about is your emotional health. Because I don't see any, the family card fell out before, but it's not here now. So it's kind of like now that the party and, Don the Danger, he is, since he abandoned you and everybody else has too, now you feel alone. Now you feel isolated. Now you feel depressed. Now you feel this. Now you feel that. And look, okay, the part of me that wants to have compassion for people is still there. But in this in particular instance, this is the kick in the pants part of me that says it's time to be a big woman now. You're not the first person to play the fool. You're not the first person to be done wrong by that in particular person. You're not the first person, not even the last person to feel bad about all the decisions that they have made and nobody told them anything different. Okay. But now that you know, you are responsible. So take care of yourself first. How about that? So nothing about her health came up. Not her physical health anyway. But that's what happens in a general read. Spirit is going to tell you what it wants you to know first, not necessarily anything else. Now, if we did another reading, then possibly fine, but, whatever. Do Melissa Caron, Giuliani's star witness in the Michigan voter fraud trial. I just want to do a general on her to see who she is, what she is, what's going on in her brain meats. Because she looks like a Looney Tune for sure. So let's see. Melissa. Four of Pentacles. And the Fool. I think she's angling for, so stupid. Let me keep going first. I can't. Page of Swords. Seven of Wands. King of Wands. Judgment. King of Pentacles. The Empress. Nine of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. This sounds so stupid because I at this point, what in the world? I get that there might be some angling to get closer to Donald Trump and his inner circle. That's what's coming up here. Four of Pentacles and the Fool. That's his inner circle. Something you cling to, something you hold on to, and then the Fool. There's also beginnings with the Fool, too, not just necessarily Donald Trump always. There's some beginnings here. There's something you're trying to start something about the inner circle or something like that. The King of Wands and the Page of Swords. This is the inside man. This is also a bit of negative news, but this is also a person who is supposed to be inquisitive, intelligent, that type of thing. So this is not her. This whoever this is. The King of Wands would be possibly Rudy Giuliani. Somebody she's trying to get close to get into the inner circle. So she wants to be part of the inner circle. She wants to be part of the team. Why? There's something about money, naturally. King of Pentacles. Thank you, Stormy. The Seven of Wands, Judgment, and the Empress is here. There's a new way of life she is trying to start to get away from the old one. So has something to do with money. Got the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Big money, big personal money, big organizational money. She's possibly trying to start something, possibly even politics herself or whatever the case may be. But she is trying to get money from this inner circle. She's trying to get connections. She's trying to get all that. Thank you, Joanne. And then the Five of Swords, win at all costs. This is a hollow victory because you use heavy-handed tactics in order to get what you want. So she is trying to get in to the inner circle because she wants personal enrichment like everyone else. I did not expect that. But there you go. So, did she witness? Does she have any real information on voter fraud? Yeah, she looked like she was playing a skit. That's what it just looks a little doodle alley. The tower. There's your no already, so we're already done. No voter fraud. King of Swords. Tower and Donald Trump. Donald Trump's administration, anyway. The Chariot. Two of Swords. Four of Wands. No. Ten of Cups. No. She's just trying to block Democratic agendas. But no, there is no voter fraud. She has no information on voter fraud, that's for sure. You'd think they'd leave well enough alone at this point, because if you really wanted to recount, it would go, I mean, Joe Biden have 100 million votes by now. Well, thank you, more. So, is Ivanka in any real trouble? Not this television trouble. Real trouble. Not New York Times trouble. Like, oh my God, she did this. Thank you, Bart. Is she in any real trouble? Like, trouble. Like actual trouble. So let's see. Any real trouble or no? Or no? Eight of Cups. Abandonment. Walking away. Oh, Lord. Anyway. The Knight of Wands. There's relocation. So possible running for the hills. Thank you, Laura. The Star. The Three of Pentacles. The Two of Wands. The Empress. The Fool is at your core, so you can't help but be in trouble. Yes. She is in real trouble. Something that can change her entire way of life trouble. So we start with the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. There is some transition and trouble that you're trying to escape. The Star and the Two of Wands indicate something for the future here. Darn zombie. There's something for the future here that is just starting. It's just starting. So you're not even close to being done with this. This is literally just starting, or it's about to. The Two of Wands is you haven't left the person who is doing these plans has not left the castle yet. So I think once inauguration hits, then, and again, because a lot of people asked this question about the Biden said he's not going to go after Donald Trump. He doesn't have to. He's not an attorney, or he's not a prosecuting attorney. This is for somebody else to do. That's why you have a cabinet and an administration and all this type of thing. He doesn't need to order the Justice Department to do anything because they're not his personal attorneys. So they just need to do what they need to do and go and enact the law because, I mean, you know. Now, that's going to be the other thing, because Obama's administration didn't prosecute Bush's administration, but they didn't have Letitia James either, so we'll see how that goes. The Three of Pentacles, the Empress, the Three of Cups. This has something to do with business and possibly a party. So there is your inauguration here with the Three of Cups. There's your party and your funky good time. But there is something in it that had something to do with money. So we're talking the inauguration fund. This also was used for personal purposes here with your Empress card. The Empress is the way of life. So there is something there that was meant that elevated you and Melania and the works, all of those people. So at the core of all of this is the Fool. This is why you have the Two of Wands and the Star, the futuristic cards, because he's not out yet. It would make no sense for them to try to bring the case against you when he still controls the DOJ. Which we actually need to look at that too, since his best friend Barr and him has broken down their relationship. Okay. It ends King of Swords, Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is not an instantaneous thing. This is one sword after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. So once oh boy has left the office, then here come the swords, the Knight of the Long Knives. So yeah, she is in actual trouble, instead of just TV trouble. Because you kind of get the, despondent about it all, because nobody's actually, well, you know what, I can't say that. Let's say nobody's actually gone to jail. Actually, a bunch of people have gone to jail. It's just they haven't, is all. So I think, throw a little red meat to the wolves type of deal. But we'll see. Let's look at Barr and Trump now, actually. Barr and Trump. General read, and we'll see what comes out of it. The Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Six of Wands, Six of Swords. I would love it if Barr actually did quit. I think that would cause a lot of trouble, actually. That's kind of why. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Two of Wands, Six of Wands, or is it? Yeah, Six of Wands, Six of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. So we said this in the past, that William Barr is not really necessarily working for Trump. He's working for somebody else whose agenda was to protect Trump too. That agenda is now passed. So that's why out of Barr's mouth can fly the words, "There is no voter fraud." You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to keep going down with this ship, but that's not really what his agenda was in the beginning. The Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, there's defending of some sort of documents. So if you really want the lowdown on this administration, get it from him. Get it from William Barr. This is not something that Donald Trump... I mean, we know this. He doesn't really think these things through. He thinks, okay, I'm going to give you the orders to do all my dirty work. Go out and do it. And then once I'm done with you, I'm done with you. And then so forth and so forth. But these people still hold that secret. They didn't Men in Black all of a sudden forget it because you did your little flashy wand thing. And then, oh, I don't know your secrets anymore. Anyway, so there's the Six of Wands and the Two of Wands. There are some more plans post-presidency that William Barr has. There are some more plans post-presidency that he has. There are some plans that you have too, Donald Trump, that you may either need him for or need him to keep quiet for. The Six of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, somebody's chasing a rich person. Somebody's chasing somebody with large amounts of money. And that in particular relationship is going to be held in limbo. There might be a bit of imbalance to it because there is some outside factors here with the Lovers. So these two people's in particular relationship is about to get very complicated. Because Barr is going to move on to try something different. I don't know what he's going to do. It probably has nothing to do with Trump at all. And then Trump is going to do something, of course, that he has a whole lot of crap that's coming his way. And then there's going to be other people in his sphere. And there are way too many people here with the Lovers and the Two of Pentacles that has his information, that has his secrets, that has his quiet part out loud stuff. And so you can't keep them all quiet. That's where the money comes in from. You're going to have to pay out a lot of keep shuts, and there you can't do that because every time you pay a person to not talk, the price increase because you paid me $1 million. Well, if you don't want me to talk, pay me $2 million. Oh, you don't want me to talk, pay me $3 million. And it's going to keep going up, and you can't do that. Only way you can keep these type of people quiet is if you Epstein them or something. But Barr is moving on. I don't know if he'll move on early, but he'll move on. And him and Trump will, they'll go their separate ways. But Barr will still be working on whatever he's working on because he's a horrible person. But Donald Trump, his life is about to get very complicated. But their relationship is over. I mean, there was really no personal relationship. This William Barr is beholden to somebody else, whoever got the bunch of money. And it was not Donald Trump. Because then Mitch McConnell would have to be beholden to him to protect him from being removed from office. This is all a part of something else. These people don't really care about Donald Trump. They just want their agenda passed, and then that's it. William Barr, and he got this position, and his old buddies at Caterpillar, they got out of, momentarily got out of paying $2 billion in taxes to the United States. So they all have their own agenda. All of them. All of them. It's not Donald Trump is not even the problem we have in this country. He's just a symptom, because as you see, his supporters are still there, even if he leaves office. So he's just a symptom. Problem is, the educational system, more than likely, because you should teach people how to make better decisions at some point. So speaking of them, Trump supporters, once he leaves office, are they going to go mental? So let's see. I say no, but we'll see. What was that? Page of Pentacles. Facebook, Instagram, all these, especially Facebook, that's going to be a source of the garbage that they live by. And Zuckerberg doesn't care. So there is no stopping them from doing that. So let's see. Two of Wands. Seven of Swords. So there is a sneaky little devious plan. That's why the Page of Pentacles flopped out. It's possibly on Facebook. So there is some little ugly plan to protest and go flash their guns in front of everybody and that type of thing. Nine of Wands. It's a lot of work going into it, which means they want to try some little protests. Maybe they want to protest the inauguration or something like that. Eight of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is a small group that is trying to burden the situation and trying to create some havoc and things of that nature. Now, this does not mean be afraid of them. This does not mean cower in fear. It is more of you than it is of them, and no, they're not going to shoot you. So here are the Chariot and the Death card. There is some sort of plans about what they're going to do going forward. This might be, hey, we're going to every month gather in this place, no mask, and gather in this place and protest the government, protest Biden, protest whatever, So it'll be like that, like when Trump was running for president and people would block his motorcades and, that type of thing. And he'd have to walk to the event that one time. And it'll be something like that. Here with the Moon, High Priestess, Eight of Cups, Three of Pentacles. It's a small group, though. This is not some big, giant 8 million man rally. This is a small group, but yes, they are meeting in secret, meeting online. They have some little hidden agenda. This will be in silence, but out in the open. So you won't hear their little plans, but you will see them. They're everywhere, and they're in places they shouldn't be, like the police and things of that nature. But yes, they will have their little meetings and their little protests and their little this and their little that, but don't worry about it. Because they're doing that now. So it's fine. So somebody asked, how will the new administration handle money and politics? Possibly like the old ones. They'll do nothing about it. We're giving Biden a chance now, mind you. There will be no Biden bashing over here. But, I mean, let's face it. They're not necessarily the most liberal people in the world. So, I mean, that's another question I got on here, too. So, how will the new administration handle money in politics? Hangman. So, we'll see what comes. This is either stuck, stagnant, or perspective change. So, let's see. What's interesting, deck 2 is the reading, I guess. This hangman has coins falling from his pocket. No other hangman I have has that. So, let's see. The Knight of Wands. There's some change and some plans going forward. The Knight of Cups. 7 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. The Emperor. So there's going to be a cosmetic change. As cosmetic means that there will be some sort of policy, law, rule, statute put into place. However, this is not necessarily something that is constantly enforced. So that's why I say cosmetic change. So there will be something, somebody will address it. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. But I say cosmetic as in here's your Knight of Cups. Your Knight of Cups is not an action card. This is a talking card. So there will be something about, we need to change the rule here. We need to make sure we do that there and so forth and so forth. But here with the power, the Emperor, this will be your Joe Biden. There is going to be something of I'm confused. Is this going to help? Is this going to hurt? I'm confused. There needs to be a lot more vetting of this in particular process. However, there is not going to be a follow-through. There is not going to be an enforcement necessarily of whatever it is that this is putting into place. So there will still be money in politics because there's always a loophole that you can dance around, and that's probably why you get the Knight of Cups. Now, like I said, though, there will be no Biden bashing here because this is not necessarily somebody who is walking into the greatest of situations. So, George Bush messed up the country for 8 years straight and then gave it to Obama, and Obama did what he could for 8 years straight. Joe Biden literally had the world is this close to World War III, and now he has to come in and reset the country. That is damn near impossible. So I feel for him and Harris. So, I can't bash him. I'm not bashing him. Not in public forum anyway. So there is the Moon, the Sun, the Hierophant, the Ace of Wands. Yes, there will be a new action to money in politics, but I mean, there will still be money in politics. I don't dare want to give you the idea that somehow or another there's not going to be. There's the Magician. It can change, but it's not going to necessarily be some heavy impact to where the Koch brother is now, cut off from politics. No, they will still manipulate. They will still do their things on both sides and all sides, and it'll still be there. So there you go. But give the man a chance. And at the end of 2 years, when Republicans try to convince the rest of the world that he's done nothing, because that's what they're going to do, because that's how they always, flip the thing. He's done nothing. We've gone backwards. We're cowering in fear from China and all these different people. Understand what Donald Trump did to this country. Not this country. I keep saying this country. Donald Trump affected the world. Because what happens here happens everywhere else too. But what happens here directly affects Australia. It affects the UK. It affects India, in China, in Canada. Like, it affects everybody else because, we're all connected. What they do affects us. So give the people a chance. Biden said he only wanted one term anyway. So give them a chance to. This is a hard reset. He has to reset the country. People in places right now are all thieves. They're all thieves. They're all criminals. They're all this. They're all that. These people are going to come in and do what exactly? This is going to be difficult. Just to clean the mess, not even put in your own policies yet. Just to clean the mess is going to take some time. So, there you go. So, Kellyanne, will she ever be brought into court to face charges? I say no. She's mob connected. So let's see. Will she ever be brought into court to face trial? Thank you, Thelma. All right, let's see. Will she be brought into court? 10 of Wands. First card. 6 of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. The Chariot. The Hermit. 9 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, Princess of Cups. No, I don't think so. Not to face charges. She may be deposed for something else, but not to face charges. I think there's someone she worked with that is going to face some charges. Here with the investigation and the 7 of Pentacles. There might be someone's finances that are being looked into, and then she may have some information on that somehow or another. This might be tied to Ivanka, not necessarily Donald Trump, but there might be someone's finances that are looked into, and that's where she gets her burden from. There's also something about maybe her child. I don't know if her child is going to sue her own mother, but if she was to be dragged into court, it would be for something like that, but not for something from this administration. I get her child again here with the 9 or the Page of Cups. So I think her problems going forward are going to be personal and not necessarily because she left at the right time or she left at the whatever time. Here with the Fool and the 5 of Pentacles, if she's going to be deposed, it might be over, again, somebody's finances. It'll be Ivanka or it'll be this guy too, I guess, since he is here too. So the Fool or the... Is it backwards for y'all? Because it's backwards for me. I'm not using StreamYard this time, but there's going to be something like that. But I don't see her facing a personal challenge, though. So let's look at this. Is Joe Biden right for these times? It's not backwards. Okay, good. Hi, Astrid. Is Joe Biden good for these times? Is he the right person for these times? Oh, Lord. It's a 2 of Cups with it. All right, 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, good Lord. Is he right for these times? Ace of Cups. There's your first confirmation. 10 of Pentacles. Yes. For the sake of the reputation of the country, this is lineage. This is something going forward. This is something that outlasts you. So this will be the reputation of the country. Yes. The rest of the world, even if they do not agree with his terms, even like our allies do not necessarily agree with his terms, they are at the very least ecstatic to be talking to a grown-up again. And not someone who, takes baby aspirin and Flintstone chewables. The 5 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, the Queen of Swords. There will be some significant improvements when it comes to disease and disease research. So this is the time where he will definitely flourish. It will be hard for Republicans to, not really. Okay, never mind. I was going to say it's going to be hard for Republicans to convince the world that he hasn't done anything for research as far as the coronavirus goes, but the side of the aisle that they're talking to already will believe anything, and then they're not really going to be convincing us. So it's a no-go. But anyway, there will be some significant advancements when it comes to disease. The 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands, 4 of Cups, everything is not going to be done in 4 years. So here's the thing. We're going to have to also take some dosages of reality. We all need to possibly face a fine for not wearing a mask and these type of things. There may need to be some radical changes as well that need to get off the ground. We cannot afford to go backwards. And that's what this was doing, the 3 of Wands, and then it was the 2 of Wands. So there's plans that are committed to, and then you have to retreat and go back to the drawing board. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because what we have right now is possibly not working. And then when he comes in, we have to go back to the drawing board. So it could be that type of thing. But whatever it is not really satisfactory. So we need to go back into the contemplation mode. We need to go back to the drawing board. We need to go back to figure out what it is we need to be doing. There is some strong medicine that needs to be taken. And it has something to do with community coming together for the coronavirus. There will be some advancement, though, here with the Ace of Pentacles. He will give us a very, very good starting point. Now, this is where the rest of the world comes into play. If you do not go back to the polls, this will be undone by the next person coming in. If you do not go to the polls in 2 years, then he will not have any more advancements. At the core of this is the Death card. Major change. Major change is going to get us to a starting point. It's not going to get us to an elevated platform because we have a lot of reset to do first. So it's kind of like we are in a house that is dilapidated. It is crashed down to the ground even. So he has to come in and sweep away the debris, and then we can start. It's that type of thing. So we are moving in a right direction, in a good direction, I should say. So yes, he is good for these times. New emotions and new opportunities. So yes. Now, second question. Is Kamala Harris good for these times? Because if all goes right, she is going to be the next in line. So let's see, is Kamala Harris good for these times? Yes, we do have a lot of work to do, that is for sure. Okay, let's start here. The King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. The Devil. 4 of Pentacles. The Hierophant. High Priestess. King of Wands. Queen of Swords. Clarify. All right. So we have the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. I don't know who the King of Pentacles is. I'm actually just going to take you all the way out. I don't feel like dealing with that. So 4 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. There is something built up that is, it's treasured, and this is patriarchy. Why do I say that? Because I had the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the King of Wands. This is a man's world type thing. And then we get the Queen of Swords. That would be her. And then we get the Tower. This is, because the devil is accompanying the Hierophant, which means our morals, our religious outlook even is corrupted. And then that's when you clear it away. We have people on the Democratic side. There were interviews that I watched that these women were not going to vote for Hillary Clinton because she was a woman. Not because she was divisive, not because she was this and that, because she was a woman. Democrats. Because they believe in the Bible that the woman should not be the head of anything. So is she good for these times? As far as the country goes, sure. There will be a challenge to the system. But as far as the patriarch goes, no. Because she comes in and shatters things. This is not a little detail. This is like, I can't even explain to you how big of a deal this would be to that system if she were to be president. Like it's astronomically large in detail. Every other developed country had a female leader. They went along just fine. This one is a lot of whining, a lot of crying, a lot of this. And so, is she good for these times? Yes. Because at some point, you need to break this down. It has gone on for way too long. This is not just men are in charge. This is the in particular type of energy that is in charge. This let's be at war forever type of energy that's in charge. Let's tell other women, tell women, period, what they can do and what they can't do in life, not just with their own body, but just in life, period. So she is going to be a huge disruptor to the system. Even now, she is, because she's vice president. This hasn't happened before, especially not one of her in particular heritage. So this is going to be, I'm going to enjoy watching it because, my family is 90% women, so I'm here for it. So they aren't going to like it, and I'm going to love it. All right, so let's get this out the way too. No arguing in the chat before I even go here. Will progressives hurt, harm, or help? Thank you, Astrid. The Democratic Party in 2024. The mob connection. Oh, I can't explain it, actually. I just, there is an article. If Jen Lynn is still here, maybe she can tell you. There is an article about all the people that Kellyanne Conway knows, and they're all in the mob. So she's got a mob connection. So, will the progressives hurt or help Democrats in 2024? Two of Wands and the Emperor. The Moon, the Eight of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Sun, Judgment, Ten of Pentacles, the Star, Queen of Swords. Clarify Queen of Swords for me, pretty please, and thank you. King of Wands, no leader. Okay, so in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was man. In the beginning, Two of Wands and the Emperor. There is a new leader who will come and emerge with some plans. Of course, naturally, they're going to have a person on. This might be a libertarian. Anyway, there will be somebody to run in 2024. The Four of Wands here for the White House and the Moon. There will be no necessarily, I guess, good or there's not going to be much support for who is going to be pushed and elevated by the Democratic Party. But there will be the eventual support. If Kamala Harris does decide to run, there will be some support for her in the end, because you do have the Sun, Queen of Swords. But you do have the Eight of Swords, which means you do want something else to change and you feel trapped in this system. And there will be some judgment, which is why I say there's not necessarily, overwhelming support. But like I said, give these people a chance. There will be no Biden bashing over here. So, no, there's not necessarily great support, but there is not going to be, irreversible harm either. So, we're done with that. Lindsey Graham check-in. How is Alpha doing? Let's see. Lindsey Graham, as is Alpha doing now. Let's see. Let's see. What is this? The Eight of Pentacles. There's your job, if you can call it that. And the Nine of, I'm assuming that's Wands. Wands. So some stress and some strain at work. You don't say. The something, I don't know what that is. Hangman. Has to be the Knight. Okay, that's the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. Temperance. 10 of Wands. Queen of Wands. 10 of Pentacles and the Star. So, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Some stress and strain at work. This is also increasing your intake of coping mechanisms with the Temperance. There is some increase in some libations possibly. There is also some worry about a judge or a judgment here with the Queen of Wands and the Hangman. There is you are watching something like a hawk. You are watching an investigation, or you are watching some movements. You're trying to get some more information. Things may be a little too close to home for you too here with the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. Once a new leader comes in, there might be a sudden interest in the phone calls that you have made. You will be burdened by these people, by these new incoming people, these new leaders, these new judges, these new, thank you, Donna, the new leaders, the new judges, the new whatever that's in place that could do some decision making for you here. There's also, again, like I said, there is going to be some intake, or the uptake on the intake with the 10 of Wands and the Temperance. Might be drinking more. There's also some strain upon a business relationship that you have as well. There might be some, in particular, focus put upon a business relationship that has stemmed from your position in the Republican Party. So this is a pay for play type thing, or some sort of quid pro quo, because I got my Temperance here as well. So that 10 of Pentacles is also going to be you in your Republican position and some business position, which I don't think are separate things. You use your position for business. Here with the Star, your future, however, does have some, like, I don't see you going nowhere no time soon, because you do have the Hangman. So something, there may be a perspective change eventually, but you will have, at least you will be sworn in first and all that type of stuff. So I think you'll be there for that part, because you do have the Star and the 10 of Pentacles too. So there is some good news going into the party type thing. Yeah, that's what I see. Horrible person. All right, so Ghislaine, end result. What are we looking at here? 50 years in prison, slap on the wrist. What is the end result for Ghislaine? End result. the Hermit, and the King of Swords. There'll be a Judgment of Isolation, 10 of Wands, Burden. End result. Clarify this for me. That's a little too happy. Clarify. Got 9 of Cups here. Clarify that for me. Seven years in prison, and she gets out and go lives fancy free. Seven to 10. Let me buy weed from an undercover cop and they'll put me in jail. Excuse me, they'll put me in prison for 45 years. So we got the Hermit, the King of Swords. There is some sort of isolation that she is put in by someone in a official capacity. This is not a judge. This is an officer of some sort. So this might be something inside the prison, like a warden or, I don't know how that system works. Whatever kind of corrections officer that would put her where she needs to go. The 10 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles. So she would be burdened day by day, day after day. Her life will possibly be making license plates type of thing, which is what the 8 of Pentacles sort of is. Somebody making something over and over and over again, trying to master. And then there's the 10 of Wands. So there's some burden in that. The 7 of Pentacles, which might be her actual time. The 2 of Swords, which might be a assessment, because both of these are assessment cards. Unable to make a decision. And then we have a new action with the Ace of Wands. The 9 of Cups is the outcome card. And I clarified it and got a 7 again. 7 of Cups is what the Hearts is. And then the King of Wands, there's a person she may cling to. And then the 10 of Pentacles. This is a rich person, so some money. I got another 7. 7 of Wands. That's if she makes it out. If she makes it out, then I get 7 to 10 years. That's what I get. Lord Jesus. I can't. Let's do another little check-in on Happy Day Glory Be. What's his name? Giuliani. I think he's got something worse than COVID, but let's see. Like he's got a actual health problem. Well, I mean, that's an actual health problem, but you know what I mean? Like before that, like he wasn't in no great condition to begin with. Let's do a general and see if his health comes up. Let's see. Julie, Ani, 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. He's separated from Trump at the moment, so I think that is where his health thing comes from. 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups here too. There is some sort of little meeting or alliance that he is having with someone about money, about work, though. This might be the campaign, so they may be actually moving money around. There's a judge, possibly next month, but there's a judge getting ready to hand him or deliver him documents. So this might be subpoenas or something like that. Well, it could be this month because, I mean, he's not Trump. There's also some chaos going around his heart with the Three of Swords and the Knight of Swords. There's some chaos going on around his heart. He may be having irregular heartbeat. This is done from excess. So this is either too much food, too much something that could raise his blood pressure. So he possibly does indeed have hypertension and those type of things. But he's having an elevated heart rate. And it could be because he may need a procedure or some sort of cut and snip. And when they get to pushing and prodding and poking and all this type of things, your heart rate will elevate. So he's having a heart rate issue there. He's also having just a heart problem, period. The Two of Cups, does he have children? If he does, they are here too. There may be something about money and children, money and his children. But there's two people here. There are two girls, though. Does he have two girls by chance? Does anybody know? But there's also a woman here that he's also doing business with. She wants a lot. That's probably that crazy girl from the thing. I said she wanted inside the inner circle. She pops up again. She's got a lot of dreams and desires and that type of thing. She's trying to get in with the get in. A daughter and a son. Okay. There's two women here. But that other little girl, she wants in the inner circle. She gonna learn today though. There's also some chaos around communications, so this is probably coming from Donald Trump because why say nothing when you can say everything wrong? There's going to be some chaos when it comes to communications around him. There's also one person who's being singled out that is in your inner circle. It's three people all together. I don't know if it's you and somebody in the legal team, you, Trump, and whoever else, but they're being singled out, and they're being singled out by someone in authority, some sort of judge or some sort of straightforward person that is possibly even a reporter. So there might be a Giuliani-connected associate that gets their own little New York Times story coming up here pretty soon. Because there will be some chaos around that too. There's also something with the brain and medications. So this is, well, not to be insensitive, but there's some loopy, some medications that can make you a little, kind of like ecstasy or something, to where it could make you a little loopy. And maybe that's what he's going to get going forward or something like that. That's what I get. Well, let's look at his COVID directly, though. That was just general. Let's look at his COVID. Giuliani and COVID. Don Jr.'s got COVID too, right? Giuliani. How are you doing with COVID? Four of Swords. There's your rest. He is already loopy. And Judgment. Well, let's keep going. Ace of Cups. Chariot. 5 of Swords, the Lovers. 6 of Swords. 5 of Cups. That's funny. 10 of Cups and the Page of Wands. So there's going to be some messages about you and somebody close to you that also has COVID. So I don't know if one of your associates or one of the people that you traveled with here with the Page of Wands, and then you got the Lover's card as well. There's somebody close to you that is going to also be announced to have had COVID. This, however, is not some, unfortunate, I got COVID from, whatever. This was a lack in judgment here with the 5 of Swords and the Judgment card. This was one of those things where everybody knows what to do right now. Wash your hands, put your mask on. Don't put your hands on your face and your mouth, your eyes, your ears, wherever, unless you washed your hands after you came from all around these people. But no. You went to your little rallies and to your little thises and to your little thatses, and then you got a whole bunch of COVIDs. So this was a lack in judgment. So this is not a cry for him, Argentina. This is not like he just caught it at work or caught it somewhere where he couldn't avoid. He could have avoided this because you have a lack in judgment. Here with the Chariot and the Lovers and the 5 of Cups, there might be some sadness when it comes to somebody around you. So I don't know if everybody's going to make it, but I'm not trying to predict death. I'm just saying that, somebody may go see Jesus. But again, not trying to predict death. I'm just saying. Because there's some sadness here, but there's some sadness and defeat when it comes to your COVID. So there is, or some regret. You know what? I'll make it nice for you. This is a regret in your decision making. And after your COVID is defeated, there will be some regret in decision making. But again, I get somebody in your family or somebody close to you that is in your inner circle. Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. Somebody in your inner circle is going to suffer a little bit. Every transition card that I have is here. So I get the 6 of Swords, I got the Judgment and the Chariot. So swing low, sweet Chariot, coming forth to carry me home. So, but there is some bad prognosis for somebody. Somebody else in your inner circle is possibly going to get COVID too. Now, I asked specifically about yours, but I'll leave it there. Because, again, I don't want to try to predict death or project death on anybody, but it ain't cute. I'll just say that. And I'll leave it there. Oh, Giuliani's son also has COVID. Eek. Well, that's not good. All right. Let's check in on the president. See how it's going. Uh-oh. The Fool. He just popped right on out of there, didn't he? Well, you just come on out and say hi. Yes, you do. I'll put you back in. If you come back out, you meant to. But we're talking about you. There's the Fool. Something else is starting, though, mind you, because it just is. All right. Let's see. Donald Trump, General, what's going on with you? Home slice. Yeah, they do. Stay in there now. Okay. Strength. That's good. And 10 of Swords. That's bad. Lack of authority, loss of authority, lack of strength, and loss of strength. Loss of tenacity, perseverance, courage, anything that the strength could be actual strength. So it could be weakness, like in physical weakness. But you have the strength and the 10 of Swords. So here we go. When you have the 7 of Swords, there are some schemes. Let me lay it all out first. 6 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, the Hermit, Justice, World, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups. So, the strength, lack of strength, 10 of Swords. Now, Susanna, I recorded that one just before I did this one. The Justice is at your core. You in danger, girl. I mean, you should know this, but you in danger, girl. Strength, and then the 10 of Swords. So you have a rally or something planned to where you plan to spread lies here with the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. This something about that is going to fall very flat or is going to go very wrong. And as far as very wrong goes, here with the 6 of Wands, that is you. This is the elevation, the person, center of attention. So you're going to be in front of a group. With the other Wands here, you're going to be in front of a group. You're going to claim victory, as with the 6 of Wands is. And something about that is going to lead you to some point of isolation. Here at the world, there is, here in your communications with the rest of the world, there's going to be something that sparks something else. And it's nothing that goes good for you with the 10 of Swords present. So it's not going to be good, as in you're possibly going to say something that could lead to an investigation. You're going to say something that's going to be added to another case. You're going to say something that somebody could sue you for. Because again, loss of strength. There's also a loss of time, a loss of luck, a loss of fortune, here with the Wheel of Fortune. So there's going to be some loss there. There's a woman here, I don't know who she is, but she also gets singled out with the Hermit. You mention her, though. So I guess we'll wait and see. But you do mention her. But she also gets singled out. Justice being at your core, here with the Wheel of Fortune, this is more than likely biding its time. This is something that is waiting. And has a sum total of life. That means something in the past is going to appear in the future. So this means that they're going to be doing investigations. They're going to be using the Mueller report, possibly even parts of the Steele dossier. There is something from the past that they will be using for the future, legally speaking. So evidence, basically. There is also a scheme in the courts. You have always had a person that has fed information back to other people. You still do. But here you have some sort of scheme in the courts that, or some scheme that the courts are using against you. This is the thing that also lowers your power. This is the thing that takes it away with the strength and the 10 of Swords. Now, in your alone time, there's a lot of words in your head. There's a lot of worry, stress, anxiety, all of that. But there's a lot of voices. There's a lot of, not in a crazy, kooky kind of way, but there's a lot of, what do I do? because you're trying to plan, you're trying to scheme, you're trying to figure a way out of this. This is not your field. Now, this is exactly why you hire competent lawyers and not people whose hair melts on national TV. So you have some sort of scheme you would love to pull off, but you're not smart enough for this, and that's not a dig. This just means I'm not smart enough for it either. This is not our field. We don't know anything about the law in particular cases. So this is you are ignorant to this thing, and this is something you need to hand off to more capable people, but it's not something you did. You handed it to a man whose hair is literally melting in front of your eyes. So all these little schemes and things you got going on are not necessarily working, and that's why probably in Giuliani's raid he's separated from you, because you don't know what to do. And your legal team doesn't either. Your loss of power is also going to exacerbate, because here with the time is going to, thank you, sweet tea, is going to make that worse. So after inauguration, your loss of power is going to be a big deal, because that's kind of what's saving your skin right now. Lord Jesus. Okay. I got 5 minutes. Christmas. We'll do a reading on Christmas. Okay. 5 minutes. Christmas. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Nine of Wands, Strain, King of Pentacles. What in the world is this? High Priestess. Chariot. And the Six of Pentacles. So there will be a bit of strain for some and charity for others. So this is going to be, it will be typical. Yes, there is going to be a change in the way we move around Christmas. There's less travel and maybe less people in the store at a time. But there's also big companies traveling. So this means deliveries. So there's going to be a lot. I think UPS told stores that there's a certain amount of things that can be shipped out for them. So they may meet a threshold and then say, I'm sorry, we can't deliver that for you, or whatever the case may be. But there is some plans for Christmas. There are some plans for celebrations and those type of things. So it's not dead altogether just because of COVID, but it changed is all. There's a lot more deliveries. There's still people out shopping, buying things of that nature, Six of Pentacles. And then there are still people who are still under strain, but these two in particular things exist every year, no matter COVID or not. They always exist. Some people can, some people can't. But so that will still be the case. We will just be doing it in a different kind of way. So there you go. Yeah, 3 minutes. Thank you all for joining me. Only 600 of you in here. Good. I got these little cards. They're playing cards, but these are my clarifiers. They got African Americans on there. So it's a bunch of, they got entertainers, they got sports people, they got civil rights leaders, all that stuff. It's person on every card. So these are my clarifiers. They've been working out for me. Yes, super truthful. That is very true. Well, thank you all for coming by, Immortal. I got some rune cards too. I need to refresh myself, but instead of just showing the runes and the little wooden runes that I got some cards for them. I just need to go through and familiarize myself. One of them is Oracle too, because they have a lot of characters in it too, like Odin and Thor and all of that. So I need to figure out what all that means. So I got some things to look at and look through. Oh, Lord. So anyhow, I will see y'all. What is today? Today is Tuesday. So I will see y'all. I don't know when. I'll see y'all when I see you. You know how it goes around here. If I don't see you before Sunday, then I'll see you Sunday. So y'all have a good day and good night wherever you are in the world, and I will see y'all later.